So, how was my first TEMU experience? I gotta say, I don't really understand it. I looked at a product, X amount of dollars, in orange. Then when I went to check out, it went from X amount of dollars to XXXX amount of dollars. I went ahead and got the tent anyways, because it's what I'm looking for. The size of it is perfect. I think two people could do it. A little cramped, but you could do it. And the way I had the guys on the sides staked down to the tent pegs, that isn't typical of how I would pitch it. It was just something to put it up in the yard. And I got plenty of pegs. The pegs are very nice. The pole is very nice. It has two vents in the top that are very nice with bug screens in them and little prop outs with Velcro. And it's got doors on both sides. Zipper quality Walmart sleeping bag style of zippers. And only from the bottom up. They don't have the top down feature, which would have been kind of nice for ventilation, but that's okay. Stove jack, I'm really impressed that they used the kind that has the flap that goes up against your outside rolled up, that's toggled up. This thing, when you push your stove jack or your stove pipe up through it, that flap will protect that heat from getting on your cover. I like that. I've seen it in a few tents. Roomy, nice snow skirt around the bottom. I messed up by not utilizing the tension straps for the peg out points like I should have. I got too much tension on the zippered doors and I had to readjust that. All in all, when it got all done, all said and done, it's roomy. You can stand up in it. To get in, you have to kind of pitch your head underneath it to get in. But once you're inside, I've got like this much room, so it's perfect for me. I'm 5'8". So this tent is part of my removing the center pole from a teepee type pitch. Now, I did this with a pyramid style, only 4-sided. This one is a hexagon. And I needed 4 poles to do that. This one, I'm only going to need 3. But it's a project that I've been thinking of for a while. I bought a tent. I'm going to make this thing work if I can. So, I'll throw a picture up of the blue tarp monstrosity that I put together in my yard so you'll get a reference of what that was. And when I get the project completed, I'll do another video on that. But really happy with this tent. TEMU, their delivery was prompt. They kept me in the loop with tracking and the pricing thing. They keep sending me these things, get 100% discount, all this and everything. I can't figure it out. I'm old. I'm not into this new type of commerce. Bitcoin, never gonna happen. So, that's that. Refreshing. Well, it says Waldmate. Just got it today. There's a stove jack. Guy out points, it's a hexagon. Got 2 doors and 2 vents. And of course the stove jack. Center pull pitch. And yes, I can stand up in it. That's a good thing. Lots of room over here. There's no floor in it. I'm planning on making a half floor to go in here and do that side over there and keep the stove jack side clear. And you got the toggles to tie the doors and guy points on every corner or every seam. The seams have been seam sealed. I think you call that seal nylon. You look at the outside of it, you turn it in, you see how shiny it is. It's that seal nylon. Waterproof? Don't know. Guess we'll find out someday. The vents have got the pop-out spreaders. That keeps them out. Top up there is reinforced. You can see the seam seal on the seams there and stuff. Already getting bugs, but there's no floor. So yeah. It's pretty decent size. I'm really happy with it. Okay. Not real happy with the pitch yet. There's the doors closed. Vents are open. It's got the rain flaps, snow flaps, whatever you want to call them. There's this signature. Waldmate. And there's that stove jack. And I didn't know this, but I'm impressed. This is one of those that has the retardant material flap. So I still have to cut my hole, but this goes up here. And I like that. That's pretty nice. You can stand in it. Got plenty of room on the inside. Both doors are closed now. The vents are over the top of each door. I didn't look to see if you could open them from both top and bottom. Right now it's not a priority. And it really wouldn't be a priority for me. My first hot tent, and it's a hexagon tipi with a center pole pitch, but we're gonna change something. Okay, so this is my front yard, so there'll be some traffic going by. Brand name on this is Waldmate. 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 It's a hexagon tent with a stove jack. I really like how they're doing the stove jacks on these. They give you this extra flap of the heat-proof material, so I think that's pretty cool. I've seen a lot of tents are doing this way now, so I like that a lot. I don't have a stove and I don't have chimneys, so I'm not cutting nothing yet. But this is going to be the takedown video.
There's Velcro to hold that flap over the zipper. Couple places here. Velcro holding the little presser bars there. That's the first step. There is no pocket, no cap, just the peak of the tent that this goes into. I like that because it's going to come in handy when I try my gimmick. Then when it's on the ground, zip it back up. These are decent zippers. They're not the waterproof type. That's why there's a flap over it. The material is that seal nylon ripstop. Is pretty good as far as what I can tell. Got a nice rain or snow skirt all the way around it with guy out points if you so desire, and inside there are toggles so that you can put an inner pitch or a floor pan in it. I don't know if that's how I'm going to pitch this when I use it, but I added these extended loops on this because the tiny holes, you can't put them things through there, but I realized that they go like this. If I can get one to operate here. Holy moly, is that tight? Okay, so now we're cooking with gas. So then you got this, and you can pull tension on it. So I don't have that in the right place. Now we'll correct that endeavor. Right now, let's just get it back in the bag. Now I got a big 14 by 14 guide gear TP tent with a vestibule. I like that. That is a big old tent. But this is just for a quicker, lighter camp. The fact that it has a stove jack in it don't mean no thing to me now, because I ain't got it a stove. And I've seen some cool ones that people have made and everything, but I think I'll buy one. Of course, I got this giant 4x8 sheet of stainless steel sitting out there in the shed, and I ain't got nothing for it to do. Okay, so now it's all unpegged. We'll fold it in half. Nice seam sealing all the way. There are a couple of seams that go across, but the folds go down, so the water should run off, and it's all, you can see it's all seam sealed from where I'm at. Anyways, and once you got her folded in half, we're gonna fold it again. Very impressed with the compact size. Takes up less room. Very, very lightweight. Very lightweight. There is no floor. There's just the center pole. 6 stakes to stake it out. Everything I've seen about it, I really like. And that's the important part. And of course, guess who don't have the bag? Because it's sitting in the garage. We'll get that. Think I can get it in there? We're gonna find out. Okay. So I'm going from the fold towards the open. That way when I'm rolling it up, the trapped air will follow the path of least resistance. That's the theory. I don't know how it's going to work. The nice thing about these nylon tents like this is you get outside of your roll, outside of your fold. You got to keep adjusting it and everything. Usually when it comes down to putting it in the bag, it's no problem. Usually. Did I say usually? I know I lie all the time. Okay, now they do provide a very nice compression strap for this. I think I would go with a different type of a lock, slide lock. But I got it yesterday. We ain't done yet. Trust me, there are going to be more things that are going to happen to this thing than meets the eye right now. There it is. That big old tent. That little bitty thing. This thing came in handy on my wild camp. My goodness, that hard pan rock up there. Fire stop stuff in the campsite. It was rocky. Very hard to drive into. Oh, and them stakes that I had. Well, them stainless steel wires with a bend on the end that they give you, they weren't cutting it, so I bought some really, really nice chunky pegs to take care of that. And all the bags, very nicely made. And then I can't get the pull in the bag because I can't. And then they have a nice little slide lock on them. And just a couple of pegs. When the tent came, the guy out ropes were in the peg bag, but because they're still attached to the tent, I won't have to fiddle with those next time. And I got 12 pegs, and I utilized the 6 for the guy out points, and it didn't get the correct angle, so that didn't look right either. But that'll all come around in different camps. And these are just some extra stuff. I did make some extra long loops for my peg out points, till I realized that I didn't need to do that. But dang, I got it all in there. Will it zip up? What if you could get your fingers on a dang zipper pulling thing, you know? Wow, look at that. It's all back in there. That's so sweet. I love the new compact systems like this. I have carried tiny tents that were this big and twice as heavy, made out of canvas, so, but a Waldmate like it.